Hi, everybody, and welcome to MAGA Headline News. My name is Mike, and I got a quick story for you today. His Excellency Antonio Guterres of Portugal and United Nations Secretary General. Well, he made a speech today from the United Nations in New York City on American soil, and it really pissed me off. And it should piss off every American citizen. I'm going to play this for you, and then I'm going to come back and we'll talk about it. Check this out.
And gentlemen of the media, I want to start by expressing my deep concern about information received in the last 48 hours by UN agencies, as well as many humanitarian and development NGOs, regarding severe cuts in funding by the United States. These cuts impact a wide range of critical programs, from life-saving humanitarian aid to support to vulnerable communities recovering from war or natural disasters, from development to fight against terrorism and illicit drug trafficking. The consequences will be especially devastating for vulnerable people around the world. In Afghanistan, more than 9 million people will miss out on health and protection services, with hundreds of mobile health teams and other services suspended. In northeast Syria, where 2.5 million people need assistance, the absence of US funding means programs are leaving large populations even more vulnerable. In Ukraine, cash-based programming, a key feature of the humanitarian response, reaching 1 million people in 2024, has been suspended in key regions. In South Sudan, funding has run out for programs to support people who have fled the conflict in neighboring Sudan, leaving border areas dangerously overcrowded. Meanwhile, the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime will be forced to stop many of its counter-narcotics programs, including the one fighting the fentanyl crisis, and dramatically reduce activities against human trafficking. And funding for many programs combating HIV/AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, and cholera have stopped. We have been extremely grateful for the leading role the United States has provided over the decades. For example, thanks to the generosity of donors led by the United States, the UN assists and protects more than 100 million people every year through our humanitarian programs.
Wow. Imagine that. This guy stands up at a podium in America, a diplomat, or whatever you want to call him, from Portugal, and lectures America and American citizens on where our tax money should go, and has something to say about what we're paying for and what we should pay for, and throws all the problems of the world on us. We got problems of our own here. We're flooded with millions of illegal aliens. Our roads are full of potholes. We got an entire Democrat Party trying to take our country down and stealing every dollar they could get their hands on. We got 50, 60 million completely brainwashed, low-functioning Democrat voters that no matter what we show them, can't seem to get it through their heads that they're being taken advantage of. We got a $36 trillion debt. And this imbecile stands up at a podium to tell the American taxpayers to go to work so we could continue funding the rest of the world. That's a bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. And I'm pissed, and everybody else should be pissed too. We should leave the United Nations. We should leave NATO, because we don't need their wars, and we don't need their globalist agenda or their division or their transgender nonsense to destabilize America. Trump should throw them all out of here because they all need us. We don't need them. We've had about enough of this. I don't know how much people think the American citizens could take or how much they think we're going to put up with. But we're done. We're all done. We don't need the wars. We don't need to fund the entire world. All our tax money is going everywhere else except back into our cities, into our pockets. We're already taxed to death. And this guy wants us to pay for everything over in Afghanistan, all the world's problems. I don't think so, buddy. Go have Portugal pay for it. Have all the countries that got something to say about us, tell them to pay for it. Because we're not. And we're not going to put up with none of this stuff anymore from nobody around the world. We're Americans, and we're going to take care of ourselves from now on. And if the left, if they don't like it, if they hate us so much, tell them to donate. If they want to go to war with Ukraine, they want to do everything they could to go to war with Ukraine and keep putting pressure on Trump. You go. Tell them to go put on a uniform. They'll take you. I promise you, Zelensky will put a uniform on you and send you to the front lines. Because most people don't even know the history of the Ukraine-Russia conflict. And it all has to do, it goes way back than what people think. Because people should look into this before they start making judgments. Now, I'm going to be getting into that in another video later on. And all the nonsense with Zelensky. But for now, Antonio Guterres, why don't you pack up and get on a boat or a plane or a Democrat donkey and ride it across the ocean back to Portugal and take the rest of the United Nations with you. We are Americans, and we're done with you, and we're done paying for the rest of the world's problems. Have a nice night, everybody. I hope everybody be tuning in to President Trump's address at 9 p.m. This has been MAGA Headline News. Thanks, guys. See you soon. Hi, guys. Hope you liked the video. This is my first video for my new YouTube channel called MAGA Headline News. Also, I will be on Rumble at MAGA Headline News. I will leave links in the comments here. So hopefully you guys will join me over there at Rumble or YouTube or both. And this will be the first of 2 channels that I'm launching. The other one is called Sugar Wars, and it's for diabetes type 2 awareness. I'm a type 2 diabetic. So hopefully that will be up and running in the next week or so. So any support and love you guys could show me, comments, likes, subscriptions, that would be awesome. Thanks a lot and have a good night.